What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, two things real quick. This is a kind of a out of the ordinary video. Kind of, sort of. FTC stuff is happening. They filed an injunction to stop block the merger, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Not getting into it. We're just gonna wait until see what happens with that. Okay, so that we're not gonna talk about it. There's been a lot of stuff going on, but I look at posts on Twitter, and it's like, I'm like, oh, and then Florian Mueller, I'm like, you know what, I can't right now. My eyes twitching, I can't. But yeah, so we'll see. It's like the same old thing. Anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about, I heard it today, Marquez, MBKHD, I think that's his channel on YouTube. Super smart guy, super dope guy. I like his stuff. I like his content. He's always tech nerdy dude. And his podcast, which is called, I don't remember. It's not called, but I don't remember it. But anyway, they said that YouTube is changing their requirements for partner. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so now it's supposedly easier now. It's supposed to be like 500. I don't know when this is going to affect. So, but now instead of 1,000 subs, you just need 500. And then I think it's 1,000 less watch hours in 90 days? Or something like that. Oh, no, a year. Was it a year? It was it went from 4,000 to 3,000. And you have to post 3 videos in 90 days. Or you have to do 3 public posts in 90 days, which I don't have a problem with because I post multiple times a week. I try to do it every day if there's something to talk about, but not really. When there's nothing to talk about, or if I'm busy, I got stuff to do sometimes, 9 to 5 stuff or fix the house stuff. You know how it is. But yeah, that's kind of good news. So now I'm really close to making partner. I guess whenever this turns into effect, maybe it's April Fool's. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more and see when it's gonna happen, but that'd be cool. So yeah, subscribe so I can get over 500. See what happens. Also, an update on the song. It's still coming along, basically. And I haven't been able to work on it that much because we have the BIG show in Brazil coming up for the game, Crashers, and I need to edit a video and do some sound effects and all that. I gotta work on it. We're like, it's not crunch technically, but it's kind of crunch. But it's not crunch. You know what I mean? It's just like we gotta get some stuff done. So it's not crunch. We don't subscribe to the crunch atmosphere, the crunch thinking in our game studio, which is Patasaur, by the way, Patosaur. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I've been thinking about that. The song itself, the main hurdle is the video itself, not so much the music, because for me, music is easier to make and easier to produce and easier to put out than video, because I want to do special effects and those take time to bake. You gotta render the thing, and if something's wrong, oh no, I messed it up, I gotta re-render it, or you gotta render it from a certain frame, blah blah blah. But I've also been thinking about other songs, of course, and cadence. Like how many, I want to put out content as far as music goes more than I am now. But it's kind of hard because of my living situation right now. Is not the best. So until I can set up a proper studio, it's gonna be rough. But in my mind, I want to do it because I used to do music every day. And I'm going to get back to it. Once I get back to music every day, then I'm going to have at least a song a month. I mean, that's nothing. I'll probably pop out a song a week, but that's like crazy. It's not crazy, but it's doable. But then I want to always do a video with the song, And I have a bank of songs that are kind of basically done. I may have to go back and tighten up, the graphics on level 3 or something, but they're pretty much done. And I haven't done anything with them because no video. It doesn't, it is not, I would say, not wise to put out a song without a video, because that's where people watch it, unless I throw it up in Spotify. But video is easier to go viral. I guess I should do some shorts or something. I've been watching this dude on on shorts, or I think it's Instagram or somewhere, and he does beats, and so I guess he has a store or whatever, and he's got the neck, yo. He's got like a orange cap, and he's in his room. He's got all his stuff, and he hits a few things, a few buttons sometimes. But he's got a little iPad or something on the side, a little tablet, playing different movies and stuff. It's pretty it's pretty funny, because his neck is like, yo. I was like, damn, that looks like it hurts a little bit, but it's pretty funny. It's funny, but I always watch it all the way through. So he's doing something right. I'm gonna have to start doing that. I'm not gonna bite his technique though. But with my tracks, I'll be like, yeah, no, I won't do that. Anyway, yeah, no video game talk today for the most part, because we're still in the afterglow of the Xbox showcase and the Starfield Direct and all that stuff. It's just like, psh, we're good. Now it's just a waiting game. Let's wait till September 6th. Let's go. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, I gotta order that controller. I'm not getting to watch. That's a little crazy. If I was in the market for a smartwatch, I would order that watch. Not in the market for, not gonna order that watch. And I don't need a headset. I already said that. But I wish if they had a all digital Xbox Series X that was white and it was a little bit cheaper than this, if it was $449. Digital Series X, I'd buy that. Make it a little bit smaller. Just like you take out the hard drive, you take out the disk drive, right? And then you just like you cut it out, and it'd be like a weird shape, but it'd be cool. Or you just make it thinner all the way. Shrink the heatsink a little bit. That'd be cool, because I'm trying to think which way the heatsink. The heatsink is in sideways. So if you're looking at the front of the console, you got the disk drive. You got the disk drive here, and or here, whatever. It's on the side, and the board, the motherboard and the sister board are there, and then the heatsink's here, and then the power supply's here, and then the fan's on top. Okay. So, yeah, they would have to shrink the heatsink and shrink the power supply somehow. Well, they could do that, because they have the extra room for the hard drive being out. The disk drive, the Blu-ray drive being out of there, so they could just elongate the power supply, I guess, take up the room, and then shrink it this way. They won't do that though. If they do a all digital Series X, they're just gonna zip. They're gonna do a different mold for the front. Well, it's all one piece except for the back. So they'll do a different mold with no hole in it, and just boom, and have it white, and that's it. It's cheaper that way. Or is it? Well, they might change it, because they might change some of the innards as far as updating some of the stuff that always happens. So revisions of consoles. So if they do a revision of the X and then take out the disk drive, that might be, yeah. I have an S, so I'm scraping by on crumbs. But if they do a revision with the they do a revision with the X with no drive, yeah, I'll go in for $449. If it's like $399, hell yeah, let's go. But $449, if they do an Xbox all digital Series X with 600 gigabytes of storage instead of terabyte for $399, I might get that. Because I'm not even running into storage issues with my Xbox Series S. It's only, I play a couple of games at a time. I got my old library on my external hard drive. There's no problems. I would say, I don't think there is, unless you're playing like 10 games at a time that are big games. like what's the max? Like the Xbox Series S is about 300 and something, let's say 360 gigs of storage after, you know, the OS and all that stuff. So if there's 3 games at 100 gigs, you know, that's what you're playing, right? So, I mean, that's fine. I guess if you play like Destiny and Call of Duty and all those regularly, sure. But I don't. So I'm good. I mean, I'll be playing Fable maybe or something like that, but I don't know. But as the stuff gets cheaper, I mean, maybe it is a possibility we'll get up to 429. 429 would be a good, but 449 I go in. I'll go in 449. Terabyte, no disk drive. Let's go. But they're losing money on the consoles, so say the internet. So I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I know this was a nonsensical video, but I appreciate y'all anyway. Let me know in the comments below if they made a all digital Xbox Series X. Would you buy it? What price would you pay? And all the other stuff doesn't matter. The YouTube and all the FTC stuff, whatever. That's nothing. But yeah. I'm just waiting for Starfield. Anyway, I appreciate, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Tilt the Wade.